Okay, so our routing is working. We have correction. We can see the component is showing. We have upload and we have result. Or the result is not showing anything, and we need it to show something. So let us go back to our main.jsx. Okay, and we want to, if you remember, we also created home component called home page. So let us bring it in. Let me duplicate this, and then let me change this to anything that goes to just slash like so. We would like it to be mapped to home component. So for that reason, I will need to bring in the home component right here. So let me do home, and also this should be home.jsx. home.jsx. So let me save that, and then if you check it out, you'll see now we have home. You can see home is showing. That is when we are at the root of the application. Okay, result will show home, and then upload, correction. If you like, you can change this from result to just say home. Okay, it is totally up to you to implement it the way you want. So the next thing we will do is some refactoring technique. For example, right from here, we have 4 imports of the pages that we are for the that is for the components that we are routing here: correction, upload, home, not found. Okay, so they are all coming from pages. One of the techniques that you will see often in such programming is that we can go back to the pages page. So inside the pages page, which is right here, I will create one more file, and that file is going to be index.js. Okay, and then we will do the importing. We will do import not found from the slash not found. Okay, we will do import home from the slash home, import upload from the slash upload, import correction from the slash correction. Okay, these are the available pages that we have here: correction, home, not found, upload. Right, then we will do export, and then we simply export them like this. We have home, not found, upload, and correction, just like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and save that. So I will come back to the main.jsx. So instead of importing this line by line like this, we can do the importing from one single line. That means we can say import, then as a named import, we can import the home, not found, upload, correction from dot slash pages, just like that. Okay, so now if we remove these 4 lines, we see our code is going to be cleaner and more maintainable. So let me go ahead and save that, and let me look at my result. You see the result is still there. We don't have any broken something. Everything is working. And one nice thing about this approach is that if we have another page which we want to add, assume that inside the pages we have one more page which is called about. Okay, about.jsx. Let me do RAFCE. Okay, this is about. We'll close that up. What we will do, is we simply come to here and simply import about from dot slash about, just like that. Okay, and we can simply add it to the export. So let me do about like that, so I can use it anywhere. If I may have to use it in my routing, I will simply bring it in here. So simply say about like so and create the path for about. So slash about, then we have about element. This is it. Okay, so inside our navbar, then after this maybe we want to have the about. So let me make the duplication here and simply say about, and this will be about. Okay, we save that, and if we check our result, we will see we have about page, and you click on it, you see the routing is there, and you can see the component has shown down here. Okay, so we can do something similar to this nav. Okay, instead of creating the nav line by line, we can create an array of the nav, of the links. Okay, so we can simply bring it in here and loop it over, and let me show you the best techniques. Let me close the component, let me close the pages. Okay, and I will create one more folder. Usually you can see the folder can be called constants or util or whatever. So let me give it name constants. Okay, and usually you will store those components which are constants. So inside this, inside the constant, I will create a file, and again the file is going to be called index.js because it is inside that constant. And here I can do export const menu, and you make that into an array. Okay, and this array is going to be array of objects. Okay, so what do we have inside this array? For each array we want to have the the slug. Okay, so let me make the slug like this. Okay, that is like so. And then we want to have the, so this slug, you can call it anything. I simply decide to call it slug, but maybe you want to say endpoint, it is totally fine, or you can simply say two. Okay, it is totally fine, it is totally up to you to decide how you want to do it. And then let me say the title. Okay, and as for the title here, this is going to be home. Okay, so you see for home, this is this is the endpoint that we are taking you to, right? So let me duplicate this. This is going to be upload, upload, and let me make some more duplications down here. Correction, correction, and this one is for about. Okay, and this is about. Remember, this one should be small letter about. So you can see they kind of repeat the same thing, except that the slug is the browser friendly version. Okay, usually coming with small letters. If you like, you can add something like ID or something. It is totally fine. All right, so we have this. so far. Later on, if we have another constant which we want to add here, we can do so. So let me go ahead and save that. So you see, we have inside constants, we have this index.js, and inside it, we are exporting the menu. Okay, now back to our nav.jsx, we will import menu from. Okay, so you see, we are inside this component nav, which is inside we are inside component which is inside nav. We want to come out from this folder, so that means we will do for dot slash. So you see, we are now having access to all the folders. Then we will go to constants. Okay, and then remember, inside the constant we have the index, so we do not necessarily need to specify it. Okay, so you see, now we have access to that menu which we have just exported. This is one of the uh, uh, conventions that you will see a lot in React programming. So I will come down here. Instead of individually creating these links, I can create the links using the loop, okay, which is called mapping, array mapping. So how do I do that? It's like this. First of all, you need to wrap everything inside curly braces, because you are now right now putting JavaScript in the middle. So here I can say menu dot map, which is a function, and this mapping function will map to the menu. So it will pick each individual item which you can create as an inline function right here. Usually the inline function will look something like this, and if it should have a body, it will be like this, and if it should have an instant return, then it just be empty like this, or with simply parentheses like so. Okay, so if what this menu is actually taking in as a parameter is one single item, you can put the item inside here, inside the parentheses, or if you like, you can leave it outside of the parentheses like so. Okay, I like my implementation to be like this. Okay, and let me make this menu item, so which means I am picking each individual items. Okay, each menu item will represent this or this or this or any other one. So you see, each one of them has title. Okay, so let me come back here, and then let me break my line here. So now menu.map, then I pick the menu item, then with the instant return. And what am I actually going to return? Let me bring this up. I will borrow this one. So I am bringing in a nav link 2, and this 2, instead of static, right now it is static, I will make it dynamic. So let me remove this, put curly braces, and then make it menu item dot 2. So you see, I have access to them dot 2. Okay, and then this one, remove it, then menu item dot title. Okay, so usually in React, if you map over an array, React would like to have a key. Without the key, it will give you some little warning. So let me make the key here. So the key is going to be the menu item dot, let me make the title as the key. All right, so with this single line, or I can say 2 lines, I do not have to work with these multiple lines. You will see the advantage of this approach if you have like 10 or 20 or so many. So instead of listing them one after the other, and when you have to style, you have to go and do style to each and every single one of them. Now with this approach, because we are simply looping through over them, one single styling will be okay for all of them. So let me go ahead and save that, and let me come back to my result. You see, the result is still the same thing. Okay, one more thing is that if we have another menu to add or maybe to change, by simply adding the menu here, that is all that we have to do. Okay, so let's say we have a new menu called analytics, and the title is analytics. So you see, that is all that we have to do. And if we come back here, we will see we have analytic. Although if we click on analytic, is going to tell us not found, because we don't have that endpoint. Okay, we don't have the analytic, but that is the beauty of it. It will be, your code is going to be more maintainable and will be easier to read, and you are making it more modular because you are separating the concern. Each thing is separated according to what concerns it. You understand? So let me remove this analytic, and even this about, I don't think we need it. Let me remove it, and let me save that. And here you can see, oh sorry about that, let me come back. Okay, so you see now we have home upload correction like how we designed it earlier.